In today's video, I am going to be showing you how to create QR codes for your business. Now, QR codes have become an essential part of our digital lives and they are used for pretty much about everything from sharing contact information to promoting your website and social media accounts. So if you're a business owner who wants to enhance your marketing materials and want to learn how to create your own QR codes using Canva, keep watching. I'm going to walk you through creating a QR code, and the first thing you want to do is to type QR code in the search bar. And when you type QR code in the search bar on Canva's homepage, you're going to see two tabs, templates and projects, right? When you select templates, what you'll see are just some suggestions of the type of QR codes you can create and for the purposes, right? So you're seeing flyer, business, Google review, and so on. And if you select search, you will see a wide variety of QR code templates. And so you can use QR codes for your business using Canva because QR codes are a pretty incredible tool that will help you to enhance your marketing efforts and make it easier for your customers to connect with you, right? So you can go through and choose the template that best suits your business needs and your goals. For this purpose, I'm going to choose the first template that I see here and I'm going to select customize this template. Once I select customize this template, of course it pops up. However, we now need to go through and create the QR code. And in order to do that, we're going to look on the left hand side of our page, which is the left panel, and we're going to select apps, and then we're going to type in QR code. Once you type in QR code, you'll see some suggestions of the different apps where you can use it that you can utilize to create your QR code. I'm going to show you how to utilize two different apps to customize your QR code. One which is very simple and pretty basic, and another which allows you some more flexibility and creativity to create your QR code. So the first one here we're going to select is QR code. And one of the things you always want to ensure when you are going to create your QR code is to ensure you know where you want to send your users. Are you sending them to a social media page? Are you sending them to a website or a web page or a landing page, to a specific product or a service? Where are you sending them? You can even send them to probably even a YouTube channel. There's no limit to where you can send your users, but at the end of the day you should be very mindful of where you're sending them and to ensure that the URL is working. You can even send them to a PDF file, right? So I am going to send them to a web page, and so for my purposes I'm going to go to my website and select the exact web page I want to send them to, and I'm going to copy the URL and then I'm going to paste it here. So even though you might have the URL straight out of your head, it never hurts to double check and triple check, right? So we're going to now select customize, and in this section we can change our background color, our foreground color, and even our margin. And in this case, for customization, you can choose a color that is closely related to your brand color, because the truth is you are not able to go to your brand kit and choose your brand color. So the best thing is to do is to just choose, a color that is closely related. And I'm going to choose this shade of, I would say, purple. And then I'm going to choose the foreground color, which is white. I must point out each color has a code, an X code, and you can pretty much, if you know the code for your color palette, for any colors from your color palette, then you could actually paste it here, right? And I'm just going to quickly go to my Canva brand kit and show you how you could do that. So I'm going to go to the section that says brand. And one of the things is that if you have a free version of Canva, you only have access to create only one brand kit. However, if you have Canva Pro, you can create unlimited brand kits, just as you see here. So I'm looking for my brand, and then I'm going to look for the color code. I'm going to go and copy. Then I'm going back to the the page where I'm creating my QR code, and I'm going to paste it in this box. And as you realize, the background color has changed, and I'm going to let my foreground color remain as white. So if you want to choose a color that is from your brand, then you can go to your brand kit, choose that color, paste it here, and get the color you want. All right, and then we're going to generate code. So it's really this easy to create a QR code in Canva using the third-party app called QR code, right? Very straightforward. Now I am going to duplicate this page, and I'm going to delete this QR code, and I'm now going to utilize the Flowcode QR code, the Flowcode QR app from the Canva apps library, and I'm going to be able now to do some more of a customization to my QR code, right? So again, we need to ensure we know the destination we are sending our customers to or users to. And I'm going to go back to my page, copy, and I'm going to paste it in the section that says scan destination, which means once my user points their camera to the and scan this QR code, it is going to send them directly to this web page. All right, in this case though, I'm not able to change my Xcode for my color, so I have to choose a color from this palette here, and I'm going to choose, of course, purple. All right, so I'm choosing purple, but for you, you can choose any color that is closely related to your brand. However, I have a little bit more customization where I can change my data pattern. Now, this is really cool, I think, because you can choose hearts or triangles and stars and squares, whatever you so desire that you want to use to make your QR code unique to your brand and for you, you can go ahead. Another thing you can do with this particular app is to upload your logo. So I'm going to go and look for my logo. I'm going to create my flow code. I must point out to you that you will be required to have an account with Flowcode, and you're going to get access to the basic version of Flowcode, which allows you, I believe, which allows you to create only 2 QR codes, right? But if you want to create more, then of course you can go in and then you can create unlimited QR codes. And it also gives you the flexibility to look at the analytics, how many people are clicking, that kind of thing, right? So I'm going to create my flow code, and then after I'm going to sort of show you the analytics section in Flowcode, right? So my code has been created. All right. So this is it. This is how easy it is to create your QR code. But I want to point out a few things. One of the key things is that when you're putting your QR code on, whether it's a digital or printed design, always ensure you have a call to action. So just as you see, scan me, it's big and bright, it's very visible. Ensure you have a call to action. Tell your users, let your users know what they should do with this code, right? Because we can't assume that everyone knows what a QR code is, right? And chances are you might have persons asking you, what is this? I don't know how to use it. And you probably have to show them how to utilize it. Right, so that's one point. The second point, always double check, triple check where your URL, and before you do any print or publishing of your QR code, ensure you test it for yourself. So you can point your camera to this QR code and test it for yourself to see where it sends you. For me, but in your case, you can test it, ask other persons to test it, and see where your users are being directed. So what I'm going to do here, and this is just for the purposes, I'm going to just tell you how you can use your QR code. So you can use your QR code on printed items, like I mentioned, and on digital products. So if you have an ad that's running on a digital board, then of course a QR code would be great for that. You can track your metrics and that kind of thing. And for printed products, probably you have a tag, maybe you're selling whatever type of product, so you can create a tag and have a QR code here. QR codes are also great if you want to give rewards or if you have a nice campaign running. Yeah, perfect for that. All right, but what I'm going to do here is do a bit of a customization to this template just to make it unique and more of my own. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to go to my brand kit, of course, and I'm going to choose the font that is representative of my brand. One of the things I like to do when I'm creating a design is to ensure I'm using the margin, right? To ensure that we have enough space here and I have my page or my design laid out properly. And I'm going to put in my website address, right? So my website. And then I'm going to change the color, can have a little shufflings, right? So I can use my color palette and do some shuffle in terms of how I want, the colors to be used. And it's pretty easy, right? So I'm choosing this one. All right, great. Now I'm going to add a bit of a customization where I'm going to drop a photo in the background. So I'm going to select grids and I'm going to go into elements, look for the tab that says photos, right? And already I have selected like image here. So I'm going to pull this image and drop it in the background. Then I'm going to use the transparency tool and make it a bit lighter. So to add a bit more of a personalization for my own template and QR code, I am going to insert my photo and I can show you how to do a background removal. So you're going to use the background remover tool and remove the background, and then I'm going to drop my photo a little to the back. Let me move it over to this side, bring it a little to the front and make it a bit smaller. So it doesn't have to be a photo of yourself, it can be of any other thing, right? You just so desire. I just decided to just drop this photo in just to show you how you can personalize it a bit. And if you realize my background image is closed, or is locked, not closed, and I can do a bit more of a transparency if I want, or even just to make it brighter. All right, so this is pretty much how you can create your QR code, make it a bit more personalized, play around with it, have fun with it. I could have also done the same thing for this one. But before you go, I want to show you how you can go into Flowcode QR code, and I am going to go to the dashboard and show you the QR code that was created. So I'm going to go to the section that says assets. And when I go to assets, I'm going to see the QR code that was created in Canva. I can give it a name. I can decide to download it from here. I can edit my design. I can copy the link. And I can even see the website that my QR code is linked to. I can go ahead and click just some advanced features, turn on some rules, turn off some rules, add some tags. If I want an advanced thing, which is geolocation data, I can do that and go to my settings and see more details, who has access, transfer access, all of those things, right? So the Flowcode QR code app is pretty decent, I would say. And I can also go to analytics, and in analytics I can see how many persons have actually scanned. So what I'm going to do is to do a quick scan, and I'm going to see if that analytics actually pops up. So in the background here, I am literally scanning this, and I am going to see if the analytics told me that I scanned it. So now I'm going to go back to analytics, and of course, as you see here, it says one scan. So I've actually tested it for myself, see that it works, that kind of thing. And you can play around with the different templates in Flowcode, all right? This is taking you out of Canva, of course, but this is just such a great feature you can utilize and explore in your own timing. So if there's any other ways you think you could use QR code, of course, share in the comments below and let me know how easy was this tutorial for you and how will you be using your QR code. If you enjoyed this Canva tutorial, give this video a thumbs up and leave your comments in the box below. I'd love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to get more Canva tutorials just like this.